women opening Monday Night Raw, the second segment of Monday Night Raw, and closing out Monday Night Raw. It's a beautiful thing. It's only myself and TK in the studio right now. You know the boudoir is happening right now.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Back home smoking legal.
Okay.
I got more slaps than the Beatles.
Take that. Take that.
Running on diesel, dog. Playing with my name, this lethal, dog.
That's right.
Don Corleone.
Take it. That's right. What's up, everybody? It's the Raw After Show right here on AfterBuzz TV. That's a new Meek Mill with Drake track. Am I not correct, TK?
You said it with so much confidence, like you knew the song.
5 minutes ago?
Yeah.
I did not. Look, Meek's a Philly guy. I support him. I'm just not, I'm not up on everything brand new, you know?
Well, I don't think so because you, just talk about all the old stuff.
That's a fair point. Usually it's, I go with the 90s, maybe even 80s, but
You didn't even know what the T was.
I don't think as many people know what the T is.
Tony, you know what the T means? Did Tony go to the bathroom? Okay.
I'm right. Oh, there it is. I am right here.
Yeah.
Tea, spilling the tea.
Yes.
Spilling the goodies.
There you go.
Right, so when you say spilling the tea, I'm thinking tea in a cup and you're spilling the tea. That's a different kind of tea we're talking about, am I right?
No, that's the same type of tea.
Thank you, Tony.
Really, Tony?
Is that not what the tea is?
Oh, let's just move on.
When they sip the tea and spill the tea?
That's what
It's
I
not
think.
real tea, though.
That's what I
You
think.
know that, right? It's not real tea.
But is the T an acronym for something?
Yeah,
No.
yes. What?
So it's not the letter T, it's TEA is what you're saying.
Yes.
Okay, we're talking about tea.
Yeah, but we're not talking about tea.
What?
Oh my God.
What do you mean?
Let's just move on.
No, we're not moving on. We're getting to wrestling. But you say spilling the tea, TEA. Tea is a liquid that one would drink, especially in England, with crumpets and whatnot. Is that not the tea we're talking about when you mean spilling the tea, meaning you're spilling information? Am I correct?
Fact, yes.
You got the end part, yes.
What? So
Yes,
what is it?
It is spilling the tea, but it has nothing to do. Spilling the tea has nothing to do with the tea.
No, it's a what's the word? It's picturing. It's
yes,
right. It's imagery.
Yes. Now you have it.
So it is the tea I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but you're describing it like you're just talking about tea versus what it means in the urban community.
No, I understand the symbolism for it.
Okay.
Sure. I thought it was just the letter T.
Haywood is saying move on.
Yeah, Haywood,
I'm trying.
Haywood, I'll move on when I want to move on. All right. We're spilling out real legitimate tea here. All right. Info. I said tea right away, and you were like, no. So now I understand. TEA, spilling the tea. Put me on Love and Hip Hop. Come on, let's go. How fun would I be on that show? Never seen an episode.
Moving on.
All right, moving on. That's right. All right, so Evan Mack, not in the house. He's doing something. What's he doing?
I mean, maybe making babies. Who knows?
He might be.
He wasn't wearing his stretchies today, so maybe he was on a mission.
Robert Baines, we have no idea.
He's
where he is.
New Japan.
He stopped responding to texts. We don't know what's going on. That's okay.
That's shade.
It's not shade. It's the truth. We don't know where he is. All right. So, but that's Robert Baines for you. You seen him on Championship Wrestling? The dude's scary. I don't know what. He's very unpredictable, to say the least. So, women opening the show.
Awesome.
Second segment, I should say. Mm-hmm. And then closing out the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, I really dug how Raw actually started off this week. So we
way better than last week.
Well, yeah, most of the episode was not to be desired last week, but we were going to have Nia Jax, Tamina taking on Ronda and Natalya. Well, then next thing you know, Riot Squad come out with a table. It's an ambush, TK, and Natalya gets destroyed, powerbombed through a table.
Yeah, why are they destroying Natalya all over the place? I'm not really feeling that. I think she needs to be you see how Tamina and Nia are powerful.
Sure.
With Ronda being that person, oh well, I'm gonna avenge my friends, whatever. I feel Natalya should be on that same boat because she walked out like she was a badass, and then they took advantage of her. It's just why couldn't they have had?
It was 5-on-2,
right? And I understand that, of course, it moves forward to the last match of the night, but it's just one of those things where I wish that they could just go at it and battle versus like a weaker one. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, you know, and it seems like Natalia's always the one that's, as of late, she's the one that's getting picked on more. So
I think long term, we're going to see Natalya blame Ronda for all the ass whoopings. And I think we're going to see something between those two. Because, as she has a point.
Yeah, that's true. And maybe Shayna coming up or something like that. And Ronda aligning herself with her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see.
So
I am excited for 2019 because it seems like, I mean, I hope, I saw a meme where it's just like people are just saying the WWE writers have no idea what's going on, but I highly doubt that. I'm excited because it seems like they're trying to prep for bigger things in 2019, and they're just trying to, you know, finish out the year without, you know, with something interesting.
Right. Indeed. Either way, though, I love how it started, and, you know, Ronda also gets beat up, not as bad as Natalya, and then eventually it leads to Ronda saying, I'll find myself a partner, and in the main event, we're going to have a tag team match. It's going to be, we should have do we still even have the Teddy Long thing?
I think so, Tony.
Oh, Tone, do we have it? It's been a while.
He might be in the bathroom, though.
Oh, man, he didn't tell us.
Yeah, I think he's in the bathroom.
We'll see, because we'll talk about the main event at some point.
Before you started the show.
It's been a minute since we've done the Teddy Long.
No, I think we did the Teddy Long. We might have done it when you weren't here.
Which is often, so I understand it could have possibly.
Let's not even get on to how booked and busy you are.
But let's be honest though, I'm trying every week. I try to organize and make sure we have a squad ready though. I do that.
Right.
You know, but life happens.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you from getting paid.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You know, not all of us are on VH1 hosting Love and Hip Hop.
Well, you know.
World, get me on that show. That's my new campaign. Trying to get on a show that I've never watched before.
I mean, you might be able to fake it.
It would be great.
Lauren says, please, God, give us Women's Wrestling Tag Team Championship. We're actually talking about this, and I think that if you were to... because Stephanie McMahon did make reference that she wants almost the equal amount of women that there are men in the locker rooms for both SmackDown and Raw.
And who said that?
Stephanie McMahon.
Whew. That's just not going to happen, though.
Well, I mean, it might not happen to that full amount, but at least a third of it. Mm-hmm. And with that third, if you have it both on SmackDown and Raw as far as the women, then you can create a tag team division.
If you think about, okay, let's see how many women are on Raw. I'm going to guess about 10.
Yeah, 10, maybe. Yeah, 10.
Are there
let us know in the chat room.
Are there 30 men on the roster?
Yeah, but even if you were to have 15 women or 20 women in each locker room,
sure,
that's enough to do a tag team division on both sides.
It certainly is. The question is, how much TV time will they be given? And I know Raw is over 3 hours. Trust me, and Raw has had a lot of issues.
Well, Raw has had a lot of issues, but you also remember there have been plenty of times where we cover the show where there's matches that are like 20 minutes, there were 10 minutes. I mean, if you shorten down the matches a little bit, to me, storyline is key. Mm-hmm. So if you shorten the matches down a little bit, but you're able to tell the story, then I'd rather that and see more people versus you're only seeing a select individuals. So I mean, I think they can definitely, with 3 hours, they can definitely make it happen. Especially, I think it's only SmackDown that they're doing the picture-on-picture, but you know they're having that deal with Fox. So we'll see how that all goes. But they can make it happen. And
you're talking about SmackDown as well. You'd want to see just as many women, even though it's a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Because there's times too where even in SmackDown we see maybe 2 or 3 matches at that, and then it's all storyline and people are talking, people are doing this, people are doing that. I mean, now you have a whole nother. The problem is
you need character development too, though. You don't just want to throw women or men for that matter on a main roster show, whether it's SmackDown or Raw. Like technically, look, NXT is still developmental. Right. You know, obviously, you don't even get on NXT television until they think you're ready.
Right.
I mean, we both know of people who have been down there
forever,
for a long time. There's one guy I have in mind specifically who, in my opinion, is so ready for television, still is not there yet.
Right.
So,
but they only have. I mean, their women's storylines I actually really like, but they only have, with that hour, they might be hitting 3 or 4 storylines with the matches and all this other stuff.
You can go a couple weeks, and you could be in a major storyline and go 2 weeks off.
Oh yeah, yeah, because I remember there was time we saw Bianca like maybe once, but then she did something from the cruise from her wedding. So I mean, I think it's definitely possible, but like same thing, character development, and we need to either have, I think, and I don't know for sure, if somebody's out there that knows, there should be more women in the writing room.
Oh, absolutely.
So
we've already discussed that and
yeah.
completely agree. Now, I don't know how many are currently there, if there is any.
I know Lita was one at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I know, I don't think, as far as I know and what I've heard, there aren't any.
Yeah. So the question is how many are applying? Who knows?
It's entertainment.
You would think there are. Yeah, you would think there are.
I'm willing to bet there are.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to. I definitely do not think it's one of those things. If you just take the amount of podcasts that are out there, the amount of the women who are in the entertainment industry who actually like wrestling,
sure.
It's definitely a demographic that people don't look at, so you don't know how many are there. But I'm willing to bet there's more than enough women that can do the job.
Yeah, and to your point as well, the women's storylines on NXT right now, phenomenal.
Yeah,
so much fun.
Oh
stuff
yeah,
happening. And actually on SmackDown Live too, for that matter. Hell, the TLC, what I think should be the main event. Hopefully it is. Mm-hmm. Becky, Asuka, Charlotte.
Yep.
Good God,
it's gonna be good.
I hope Becky's ready, like concussion wise.
Oh, I think she's ready. She was just doing she's at the Staples Center yesterday. I think I saw her doing CrossFit like 2 days ago. So she's back to.
Well, you could do CrossFit with a concussion. The question is how long will it take before you clear protocol?
Well, yeah, that's true. Well,
some are worse than others. Some you can get back in a week.
They're advertising, so I think that she would have had clearance from the doctor in saying she'll be ready by this point.
Yeah, I mean, probably because that injury was 3 weeks ago now, or 2?
I think it's 3.
It was on Monday.
Yeah. So I think too. On top of that, they're probably checking her out on a regular basis, like if not weekly, every couple of days,
right,
to see the progress.
And it's been 3 weeks, and it's another 2 weeks until. So she's going to have a good 5 weeks since the injury. So in all likelihood, that should be plenty of time to clear protocol, and hopefully, she's not the one taking a lot of the punishment.
Right. Yeah, but I think I mean. All 3 of them are very experienced wrestlers, so they'll be able to, maneuver whatever needs to be done.
Very much so. But either way, though,
make it look believable.
That's the next major thing. We would think both shows are going to have women's tag team titles.
Yeah, but they've been talking about that for.
Sure, it's been a while.
Almost a year, if not more. Becky has talked about it in different articles. She was on.
Becky mentioned it to us on Compadres over a year ago. Yeah,
and she was on Maria Menounos' show, Conversations, I believe it is, and she talked about it. So, I mean, I think the Bella Twins have mentioned it as well, so...
Yes, we shall see. And speaking of the women closing out the show, the main event was Ronda Rousey. Ember Moon was her secret partner, taking on Nia Jax and Tamina. This not a long match, maybe 6 minutes, but it sure as hell was fun.
That's what I'm saying. You can do... And they told a story. So they started in the beginning. Now they moved back to the end. It made sense. They told a story. And now you see why Ember Moon is there, because she was friends with Nia Jax. And, Nia pretty much just dumped her for family, which makes sense because that's what you do.
And the eclipse on Tamina was fantastic.
Yeah. So, I mean, I definitely, it was a great match. I just, beyond that little tidbit, I feel like they're not using Ember enough. Mm-hmm. Like, she doesn't have any storyline. She hasn't had a storyline in a minute. She just kind of pops up to partner with people. I think she was a partner with Sasha a couple weeks ago, and it's just kind of like you had an amazing storyline in NXT, and we've seen this time and time again, but it's just like, if you're going to put them on, then at least give them something to work with, not just to show up.
Ember is one of those people that you want to root for her every single time. I can't see Ember Moon ever being a heel. Then again, that's what people said about Alexa Bliss.
I could see her being a heel.
Here's the thing. I don't know if Ember Moon can pull it off character-wise. I still have not been sold on anything she's ever said on the mic.
Yeah, but what about Nia on the mic today?
Improvement. Much better than last week.
Huge improvement.
Backstage, that was really good tonight. So that's the thing, is sometimes you got to sink or swim. You learn from your mistakes. Obviously, last week wasn't great.
Yeah.
Tonight was definitely more believable when she got in Charlie's face. That was really well done.
Yeah, I feel like she was channeling something or somebody that she didn't like, and it was great. But think of the improvement from when she had the belt.
Mm-hmm. No question. So yeah, it's possible. I mean, there were people that never thought Alexa Bliss, sparkles and all, ever could have been the heel that she's become. But wow. And I've heard her in interviews where she said, I just channeled all the people I thought were annoying, and I put them all into one person.
Yeah.
And that's what she's done. So I would love to see Ember be able to do that. I want to believe her more on the microphone when she speaks, because that's how you, in my opinion, get in great storylines, when you can not only deliver in the ring, which you can, but also on the mic and also with your emotions. You don't even have to say a word. Just give me the believable emotion behind it.
Right. I mean, it's harder for some than others.
Yeah.
And she is younger too, so you probably have a like trying to get used to yourself as just a person in the world, and now you have to like create a whole nother character. So hopefully she gets it.
Very much so. Now, I will say this. I know Balor ended up getting thrown into some empty kegs. Why? I guess, well, yeah, they got to sell a lot of beer back there. This is the most fun Finn Balor has been in quite some time. Just jumping in, helping out his buddies, and then winning a match. I know you disagree with me on that.
No, I don't disagree, but it's another one where it's just like, I don't know if the right word's wasted talent, but he had such a great rise, and he has such a great story in itself that he could build off of.
Look, people have been saying that about Balor. Unfortunately, that injury a couple of years ago really derailed him when he won the Universal Championship, and since then he's never quite... he's at his moments where, there was the whole thing...
Like you thought it was going to happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought tonight was really good, though. He just jumping in and not being afraid to help his friends out, and then McIntyre getting his comeuppance at the end.
Yeah, I mean... I guess for me, it's just if the storyline's not there, then it's just hard for me to invest in it. Like, I can appreciate the athleticism, but it's just the storyline's not there. It's like, oh, okay. Because if you take away the storyline, it's just like if you watch live sports.
Sure.
The storyline's there. It's created naturally based off the teams and the where they're coming from, all this other stuff. It's created naturally. So depending on what side you're rooting for, what teammate or what person you're rooting for, you're already invested.
Well, I mean, Balor's got a vendetta against McIntyre. They've had a thing for a couple of months. So
but it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere. It just
Well, McIntyre's trying to be... I'm sorry, not McIntyre. I'm talking about Corbin. Corbin's trying to become the permanent GM of Raw.
Right, and now the whole appreciation with McIntyre makes sense, but then what happened to McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler? Did I miss something? Like, did they say... Not to say they no longer friends, but was there something that transpired that...
Yeah, over the past number of weeks, McIntyre's been kind of making comments about how Ziggler keeps coming up short in matches, not winning, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so it kind of all came to a head tonight, I guess. And also, the whole thing about... this happened a lot tonight. I don't know, I forget how many times I said it, was, if you want to be on the right side of history, wasn't that used in politics very recently, or am I wrong on that?
Oh no, it's been used. It's been reused recently, but it's also been used years,
many times. But I feel like I've heard it recently in politics as well. I could be wrong.
Well, I mean, with the R.I.P. President Bush, but that's the whole thing too. Like, I mean, it's one of those sayings that people use all the time. So, I mean,
okay.
I think I am looking forward to the Baron Corbin storyline, because I don't know what they have in store. Like, I don't see him being a GM permanently, because if that happens, then it's not going to be as fun. So I see somebody else coming back. Maybe
he'll take a big fall at some point.
Right. So like maybe Kurt Angle comes back, like, or maybe Alexa Bliss goes into that role for a longer period of time and pretty much screws him in the end. Because I can see, especially with Paige being on the other side, 2 women.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it when AJ Lee was GM of Raw for that brief time. That was
right.
Cool.
So, I mean, I don't see that happening. So I'm really looking forward to what's going to happen later on with Baron Corbin.
I know people are expecting it to be Kurt Angle again, to where he finally gets his, revenge on Corbin.
Right.
You know who would be the most amazing GM of Raw?
Who?
Would be Matt Hardy.
Yes, you did mention that.
Woken, broken, whatever. I watched his
Yeah.
Halloween special over the weekend. Loved it.
I mean, it
was awesome.
He's amazing. The content that WWE pushes out, and this is a frustrating thing. It's just like some of the content that they push out with the carpool karaoke and stuff like that. It's like they're putting a lot more stuff on their network, but they're not implementing some of the creative things that they could do on the shows.
Right. Well, Matt was, but now we don't know what his in-ring career, if there's any of it left. He has to make that decision.
Right, but he's still affiliated with WWE, so it doesn't really... He's still getting a check somewhere.
That's what I'm saying, is to see Matt on the television every week and being crazy and in charge would be, I think, amazing.
Yeah. Oh, definitely agree. So yeah, I'm looking forward to how that transpires with Baron Corbin.
What were your thoughts on Dean Ambrose and the multitude of gas masks?
The SWAT team?
And the new edition of the Siren.
I liked it. I liked that it was different.
Cool.
I like the I like the changeovers. Like, okay, I'm not with this. Don't group me into this anymore.
I wonder if that's going to be a regular thing for him.
I don't know. I don't see it. It seems
I can't
like
see
very
him
costly.
wearing a gas mask to the ring every single time.
And it looked hella weird, like the camera and seeing his eyes, and it just looked weird. Like I feel like they could have did something else to represent that.
Our very own Robert Baines has been wearing a self-made gas mask for quite some time now. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I did like how they incorporated Renee.
Yeah, you know, every week I've been saying, why do they keep asking Renee? She's giving the same answer. I'm glad she finally gave it back to him. It was like, yo, dude, shut up. I don't know.
But I want it. I loved it because it was real.
I still think it was a mistake mentioning on television that they were married. I still don't think that helps the story at all, unless there's some long payoff that I don't see coming. But I do understand that was before everything happened with Roman Reigns.
Right.
So I understand that makes things very difficult because then Dean did his change. So maybe that's the reason why. But I don't think mentioning it ever on TV was a smart idea. But then again, you know, Corey even said, didn't he say something like, you know, people know.
Exactly.
So, you know, it was
people. I mean,
it was a real moment.
People do know, and it's just like you can't with the advent of social media, you can't pull the wool over people's eyes. And of course, again, there's storylines. We know that certain things are not, you know, real. But I feel like people do know, and people like me are like, why isn't she saying anything? Why is she doing anything? Like if you were in that position, like yeah, you wouldn't want to give up that information, but how would you? You know, angle it where you don't get the backlash, but you're still involved. So I like the way she handled it.
No doubt. Also, his promo, I mean, Ambrose crushed it in the ring on the microphone. And Rollins versus Ambrose anytime is going to be amazing. If you recall I think it was a lumberjack match a couple of years ago. I was in the audience for it. Was phenomenal.
I mean,
so good.
It's believable.
Yeah.
It's one of those, it's almost like a Cain versus Abel type thing. Like you were brothers growing up, and then it's just like, I'm just tired of your BS. And, you know, now it's time to exterminate you. Yeah. Like, I love that. And yes, they do that with the women sometimes, but just how they do it with the women is just too... If they did that with Sasha and Bailey, but more aggressive, like essentially taking all the stuff that Seth and Dean Ambrose is doing, then that would work with me. But it's just like they're not bringing it. They bring it like two high school girls fighting versus, you know, two women who absolutely hate each other because one has been riding somebody else's coattails.
And do you think, when are we going to finally pull that Sasha Bailey trigger? It's man.
Well, it depends, because if they're getting ready for the tag team, then I don't feel like you can really pull that trigger unless the tag team does happen. They get the tag team belts and then they turn on each other. Like, but for real, like
right.
Meaning that, you know, you're having spears all over the time. Like you can't, none of this counseling or anything. Like they legitimately hate each other. But that whole Alexa Bliss and Sasha and that was, I don't understand. But that does bring me to TK's boudoir.
Oh, does it now? Tony, please tell me you're back there.
TK's boudoir, oh yeah. TK's boudoir, oh yeah. TK's boudoir, TK's boudoir, TK's boudoir, TK's boudoir.
Get it, Johnny. Get it, Johnny.
That's
Get it,
right.
Johnny. Take it away, Johnny. Run with it. Run with it. Get that sweat. Get that sweat. Yes.
Burning these cows. Spilling that tea. What? And that was TK's boudoir.
That action really.
If someone can do a GIF, make that GIF. AJ0314, make that GIF.
Yeah, that really
Someone.
solidified why you don't have a girlfriend.
Well,
Oh, why are you encouraging him, Tony? I don't understand. So that my TK's
because
boudoir.
Tony knows how to spill the tea.
Oh, good lord. TK's boudoir goes to Charlie. Her outfit was absolutely amazing.
Yo, she always looks great.
She does look great, but this outfit, this dress was great. Her hair was on point, and I like that they're using her. Maybe I'm noticing her more, but I like that they're using her more. So I like that fact. So kudos to her, because you know the usual suspects look good. Alicia Fox with her hair was amazing. Her outfit, if you know, is kind of Wonder Woman status, but she used the Fox, the F.
Okay.
That was really good. So, but you know, Charlie took the cake today.
Dug it. And you know, I mentioned in passing a few minutes ago about how Robert Baines wears a gas mask?
Yes.
He tweeted a photo of Dean walking to the ring with all the gas masks, and he just tweets, WWE loves me. So he's calling him out.
Oh.
Calling him out on social media, our very own Robert Baines.
We'll leave that one alone.
Oh, well, he's not afraid.
I mean, it was just some shade, but I'll leave that alone. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's okay. Hey.
Yep.
Baines destroy. Get him, buddy.
Facts.
All right, so we had a fired match. Rhyno versus Heath Slater. Only room for one. What happened, TK?
Optimus Probus says, please don't. Please do. Oh, please. No, I thought you said don't. Forget it.
Please do that dance every time.
No,
yeah.
Don't.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that. I thought he said don't.
Don't worry. It's official now. The boudoir.
All the ladies are going to slide into Johnny's DM. Xeno Hour, I don't
The
think
three
so.
women that watch this show? Yeah. Slide in, baby.
Isn't Charlie is with ESPN?
No, she already is.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. WWE.
She's been doing half a split.
Right. I've, the people I know that work there, they're now way more open to their hosts / interviewers, whatever you want to call them, getting employment elsewhere because it just builds their brand.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for her. She is killing at life right now. ESPN and WWE, that's like my dream life. So enjoy.
Well, I mean, not doing that dance.
No, that dance would be part of my dream life. Waking up every morning.
Okay, moving on.
So yeah. Rhyno versus Slater. Slater wins. Rhino's fired. Is he going to run for office again? We don't know.
Here's the thing. There was I get it, but I want the long payoff. It's like we haven't seen, not that I know of, let me know in the chat, haven't seen Rhyno or Slater for a while, maybe before summer, and then all of a sudden you bring them back, and it's like, oh, hey, you're fired. And I get that sometimes, they create things so the superstars can kind of do whatever they need to get done. But it almost felt like this is something that we just didn't even need to see. He could have gone and ran for office or did whatever he needed to do. And
Sure.
technically, we wouldn't even have noticed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah.
I don't know, man. It's a bummer. We love Rhyno. And now he's going to make Slater a referee.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is a real permanent change.
That would suck.
The thing is, though, we're not seeing Slater now anyway, not too much,
If they do it where they make it a change and he's in like a TLC match where he does something stupid and he makes like a critical change, which, Baron Corbin loses his job or something like that, then I get that. But then him doing that for the rest of his career, that would suck balls.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, he has kids, so I guess he has to do what he needs to do. But
He does. Either way, though, I mean, bummer for Rhyno, but great seeing Slater on the television. Great seeing them both on the television.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And I like their storyline that they had maybe about a year and a half ago where they went to one of their houses and I had a bunch of kids and they were serving like sausage on crackers or something like that. So I like their storylines, but we haven't seen them in forever.
Comment from Joel Broderick saying Rhyno retired in the ring during the commercial break. So, could be a thing. And also, our very good friend Jay Washington is going to hate this segment. Rhyno is the reason he got into pro wrestling. He loves Rhyno. And he's been very vocal about how he has not enjoyed the normalization of Rhyno over the past year or two, where he's just a cheese and crackers eating guy.
But why, why not give him his due? Like, why not acknowledge, why just fire him and he disappears? Like, why not have him retire on TV?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Who knows?
That's crazy.
I mean, Rhino's a Hall of Famer.
I wouldn't want the last time. I mean, I'm sure we're gonna see him again in some way, shape, or form.
But also, Rhino's made it very clear he certainly doesn't have an ego. I mean, he's been down for whatever they've been wanting him to do. So he could just be an incredibly. I don't know him personally. To me, he comes across as an incredibly humble man who doesn't have the ego to where he's like, I need to retire with a fancy ceremony in the ring.
Okay.
I think he's probably a very happy guy. So who knows?
Okay, well.
And finally, Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler already mentioned it. They're enemies now, but Drew, I got to tell you, he's killing it on the mic.
Yep.
He's killing other people. He's just doing it. And I think we're going to see Drew holding a major title in 2019. I know that's not going out on a limb, but I do think it's going to happen.
Oh yeah, he's definitely set up for that. It seems like I think we discussed it before. Is like a Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley, but just because of BMP, Bobby Lashley might not make it.
I also love the Almighty. That's a good nickname for him.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, and the kind of the slight change with the glasses and the headband. I don't know. I've been a big fan of those Lashley and Leo Rush together for a while.
I've been a fan of Lashley by himself, but Leo's definitely a good addition. But I just don't. It just the way things have seemed to be working, it just doesn't seem like it's going to work out for them. And also kudos, shout out to Titus O'Neil with the Ebony 100.
Yeah,
he was in Los Angeles recently. But another one where we haven't seen him in what, like 2-3 months.
Clearly, he's a busy guy.
He's a busy guy, and he is doing stuff for he is doing stuff for WWE. I know when there are breaks, he like brings people out. I think he did something with the Toyota toy drive or something when there is a break during the WWE, and I'm sure he's doing like live events. But it's just one of those things where, you know, what happened to him and Apollo? Like that just there was like no acknowledgement to that, and it's just kind of like,
we saw
okay.
Apollo tonight at least, which was nice.
Yeah, for a brief moment. And there's another person that has incredible talent.
Oh yeah,
terrible on the mic. But, you know, he could partner up with a Bobby, like him and Bobby Lashley would be a great tag team. Like if you're not going to give Bobby Lashley the belt, then at least give him.
Oh no, I think Lashley's going to win a major title.
In
2019, yes, I believe.
I'll be very surprised.
I think there's going to be a roster shakeup at some point too. I think McIntyre and Lashley both hold major championships.
I hope so, but I don't think so.
Prediction.
I think we'll see him get close, and then, you know, ish happens, and it's not going to happen.
I just realized this might be my last Raw for the year. Because I'm in Pakistan next Monday.
Right.
I'm performing on a cruise on the 17th that week. The 24th, Christmas Eve, we ain't going to be here.
Wait. This is the last one of the year?
Well, it might be because we're not going to be here on Christmas or New Year's Eve. Those are both Mondays.
What?
So we still have two more shows. We have the 10th and the 17th, which I will not be here. But this will probably be my last one.
Wait,
for the year.
you know what that means?
I don't.
Yeah.
That's my, Okay, last thing. Okay, if Corbin is such a stickler for the rules and being such a bad person to everyone, why does Lucha House Party get to do whatever the hell they want? I don't get it.
That's a whole nother
I don't get it.
That's a whole nother confusing thing, too. By the way, shout out to Dan. He said Chris Cyborg is training Halle Berry for John Wick, which is totally not in the realm of WWE, but that's pretty badass.
Who is?
Chris Cyborg.
Oh.
Cyborg,
okay,
yeah.
cool.
That's pretty cool.
I still have to see 1 and 2. Ugh.
I haven't seen any of them,
Heard
but
they're
I love the
amazing.
fact that Halle Berry is doing some crazy stuff.
Hell yeah, girl.
Yeah, it's a very. When I saw them on SmackDown when they were in Los Angeles, I was like, "This is great," but again, they just don't have a storyline. Like, what's the point? It's almost like the No Way Jose, where you know he's doing the conga line. Like, if you're gonna do that, then use the people that you already have. Not to say that they shouldn't be employed, but like you have No Way Jose doing. Like, when's the last time we saw him?
I think last week actually. Briefly,
doing
just
what?
a dance thing. Someone joined him. I forget who it was.
Yeah. And wasn't it backstage or something? Like
Yeah,
that,
well, kind of, sort of. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just kind of one of those things where it's like you have plenty of people. I just don't. Again, I love good wrestling, but I just want to see the point of it all.
Right.
And just unless I missed it, which is possible, I just don't understand what the point of it, or at least give them something.
I'm with you on that
So.
one. Well, that pretty much covers it for 2018. No, I'm kidding. We have 2 more Mondays. We'll figure out.
Somebody has 2 more Mondays.
We'll figure out who's
not
gonna be
you.
here. Well, if I'm going to going out with that dance on the boudoir,
Oh my goodness.
Evan's going to be proud when he sees that.
Oh jeez.
I can't wait for him to see that.
Oh yeah, TK's boudoir. Oh yeah, TK's boudoir. TK's boudoir. TK's boudoir.
The rhythm's there. Just admit.
Zeno Hour says TK is canceled until she sees John Wick. What about Johnny? He hasn't seen John Wick either.
I haven't seen either one, to be honest.
As far as that dance is concerned, one, Evan's not going to see it because Evan doesn't watch anything that he's not on, so he's not going to see the dance. So somebody's going to need to cut it out and put it on social media and then tag Evan on it.
Oh, yeah.
So
We'll tag
just little FYI.
So TK, put yourself over because you got a big new show going on.
Yeah, so just a lot going on. Women's Wrestling Weekly had a really great interview that I did last week that's going to air in 2 weeks. There was tears involved.
Oh, my.
Pretty big former WWE superstar.
A lot of tea spilling?
Yes, a lot of tea spilling.
See?
So I'm really, really, I'm excited. I want to almost air it tomorrow, but I can't. So definitely keep your eye out for that. And WPW is going to be going on until the end of the year into the new year.
Beautiful.
You can catch me on VH1. So if you love Love and Hip Hop, or if you don't, you just want to show your
Or
support.
if you've never seen it, like me, you watch.
Or if you've never seen it, then I try to be versatile. I try to do a lot of different things. You can catch me on
yet.
Did you say put me on you?
So you haven't put me on yet.
Oh, well, I don't have that type of power yet.
Love and Hip Hop.
You can catch me.
Quasta 2019.
You can catch
Love and
me
Hip Hop.
on that. Other than that, you can find me on everything at TK Trinidad.
That's right. I'm at Jay Quasto on all social medias. I'm going to Pakistan, everybody, for Ring of Pakistan. You can follow them at Ring of Pakistan. You're going to see some things on social media, what we're doing over there. Very excited, honored to be the official host of the entire thing happening.
I don't know what that dance now. You might have lost that one.
I may have ruined everything. So that's going to be happening. Also, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Watch it every single week. Our final TV taping of the year. Milestone. Big event for us this Sunday. And also, if you get WGN, if you have cable, watch Ring Warriors. It's every Saturday morning. A lot of my really close friends are a part of Ring Warriors. It's a really fun show. And like I said, being on WGN, that's a big deal. So start supporting all those shows. The more support you give other wrestling companies, the better wrestling's going to be. Mm-hmm. And you might see one of us pop up every now and again. Like I said, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Arizona, the whole deal. Blackcraft Wrestling has a pay-per-view Saturday, December 15th from Buffalo.
Oh, yes,
so follow them as well. So guys, follow Evan Mack at Evan T. Mack. Follow Robert Baines at Baines Destroy. And we love you. We'll miss you. And we'll see you next week.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.